Guys, it is August the 7th, 2021. About 2:30 in the afternoon. Guess what today is? Today is Saturday. Her birthday. 42 years old today. Wish her happy birthday, guys. Because it's always a wonderful time to get to another birthday, right? Okay? Very modest woman here. We stand here beside a river, and I just feel like God is wanting us to talk about the river of your life. Sometimes when we are dealing with things and dealing with life, it passes by so fast. So fast. You know? Just like today is 42 years for you, sweetie. Does it feel like you've been here 42 years or longer or longer? No, you gotta speak up where people can hear you. Because they got the sound of the river in the background. Feels like longer, right? So why is that? Why do we feel like our lives are passing us by so fast that, what, do you feel like you missed something?
No, I feel like I've been hit head on. Like a truck run over.
Feel like a truck?
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
What do you mean by that?
What it feels like. I don't feel like a short time. I just feel like a big old test and trial lately. That's all.
Gotta speak up, sweetie, so people can hear you.
These gnats, by the way, are the enemy, and they're attacking me in every direction.
Yeah, we're actually standing here beside this river, and
These little boogers are vicious.
There's gnats all around us, and we're doing our best to try to keep from swatting the whole time that we're making this video. But, and they're just like all in our face right now. I don't know if you can see it or not, but they're there. Anyway, why does, and that is a perfect example. There's hundreds of these gnats between me and her being right here. There's hundreds of gnats around us. And that's a perfect example of what you just said. It's the enemy around us all the time. You know, are we going to pay attention to the enemy, the gnats right now, and sit here and focus on them? Or are we going to make a video about the river of life that we see in the background, this beautiful river that we're standing next to right now? Are we going to focus on the gnats, which is the enemy? Or are we going to focus on what God tells us to do at any given time of any given day? Now, I want to talk a little bit more about what you were just talking about. You felt like, or you feel like that your life has gone by so fast. Explain that. Just go.
Not fast, it's just been very long.
Speak up. Nothing's way out here. It's gone by very fast.
Very, very long.
Very long.
Yeah. I feel like I'm 80, not 40.
What now?
I feel like I'm 80, not 40.
80 and not 40. Why are you closing your eyes?
Because they're attacking me.
The gnats are attacking you. Okay.
Like it has been for the past few days. It's just been attacking me. So.
What do you mean by that?
It's the enemy, I told you. It's the enemy attacking me. Relentless.
Explain that. Explain what you're talking
Just
about.
a lot. I can name every one of these gnats at the moment.
Well, go ahead.
I'm not naming them.
You're not naming names?
I'm not naming names.
Well, I'm not talking about people's names.
Yeah, but that's what they are. Enemy uses it wherever he wants to.
So, how come you feel like that you've been attacked? What's brought this on?
My husband relentlessly asking me what's wrong. That's why.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, these gnats are just an attack from the enemy. That's all it is. I think he sent them just here just to aggravate the crap out of me at the moment. But it just shows how much I've been attacked lately as well by every person that's in or out of my life in some form or fashion.
In what way? Have they physically attacked you?
No.
Huh?
No.
No?
But physical is only physical. Mental is a lot more to me. Hurtful.
So give me an example of who may have been attacking you.
I don't want any. I really don't.
Is it your kids? My kids?
I'm not.
Parents?
I'm everybody in my life. See, and there's Thunder Ghost. So there's another example of an enemy.
How is that an example of the enemy?
Well, lightning comes with thunder. And I just feel like I've been struck down lately, and that's all.
So you feel like that your life has passed you by?
No, I think I lived the life that I was supposed to. It's just with a lot of tests and trials to get me from where I was to where God wants me to be. And right now, it's just extremely difficult.
Why? Are you doing what God wants you to do?
I have no idea at this point.
You don't know what God is telling you to do is true or not in your life, in your personal life. You feel like you're doing what God wants you to do.
So far, I believe I have.
What?
So far, I believe I have.
Okay. So why did you say that? What is it that you are?
Like I told you the other day, I've been trying everything. I just feel useless right now, that's all.
You feel useless. So explain that to the people that watch this video. What does that mean?
This is not a good day for me.
No, it's a perfect day.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
Why? Why is it not a perfect day?
It's not.
What about today is not peaceful?
It's just not.
Huh?
It's just not.
You feel like today is just like this river that is low of water and there's rapids out here now. And those are the trials, an example of the trials of life that is just beating you up right now. Okay. Guys, what my wife is dealing with on her birthday at 42 years old. Look at me. I love you with all my heart, sweetie. How many times are we in this same situation when we let life get in our way of what we know God wants us to do? How many times? Is it every day this happens? Is it once a week, once a month, once a year? I'm gonna say that for the most part, it has to do with, it's not for the most part, it has everything to do with your relationship with the Father and how much you trust Him in your life, in steps that He guides you on a daily basis. And just like right now, those gnats that were here, now a breeze has started blowing, which the breeze was coming from this way just a few minutes ago, right? Now, the breeze is coming from the opposite direction, and the gnats are now gone. How does that happen? We hadn't moved. We're still right here doing the same thing that we were doing 2 minutes ago. But the gnats have been removed. It's like if we stay still and we pay attention to what God is telling us at that given time in our life, God removes the gnats, the obstacles in His time. You know, when we started this video, and now they're right back again. When we started this video, there were hundreds of gnats. Then a breeze starts blowing and they go away. And now they're coming back. This is a perfect example of how Satan is relentlessly attacking us on a daily basis. In our mind, in our spirit, in our hearts.
Yeah, but there's a thing. 2 years ago, I was 40. And up until that point, all of this didn't happen.
What do you mean? 2 years ago made a difference? What happened? What are you talking about?
That's when, like you know, I just
Sweetheart,
talk to.
I know, but they don't know. They want to know what you're talking about.
It'll be in a whole big series of my testimony of my life. So, but short version is 2 years ago was when I decided to really start following what God says and not what Michelle says. So ever since then, like you says, there's been enemies or things that have been removed from my life, and that's been everybody.
Everybody? Why are you turning away from the camera? Let people see the tears. Let them see how hurtful those things are as a human to you. Let them see those very things that the devil means to bring us down on a day like today, your birthday. Guys, Satan will use everything and everybody that is the closest to you to absolutely try to destroy everything about you. And it starts with a relationship with God. If he can destroy that and keep you focused on all the gnats in your life, all the trials in your life, the demons that haunt you for whatever has happened in your life, that river gets so fast and so wide and takes everything that you are trying to have with God and just pushes it down the river so fast you miss the little things that God tries to teach you through these very trials that you're going through. You know, I'm just a man and she's just a woman. She happens to be a very beautiful wife that's having a birthday today. At 42 years old, God put us together in such a unique way. Just like he's done every part of mine and her life while we've been together. It's astonishing, is it not? See, what she's been talking about, the people that's been removed from her life and my life, has been years in the making, and has happened over the course of the time that we have been together. Guys, Satan has removed everybody in our life that is important to us as humans. Huh? What?
You said Satan.
God allowed Satan to remove those people from our lives.
God had a purpose.
So we're on a journey as a couple, still a newly married couple in terms of years. But I'm going to tell you something. We've been through so much this last 2 years that if it wouldn't be for our relationship with God and with each other, and Him telling us over and over and over, I got this. Chill out. I got this. We would have lost that ever-loving mind a long time ago, right? You know? And today, on Michelle's birthday here, she's having a hard day. And no matter what I have tried to do, or try to get her to do, she's not been interested in any of it. Okay? Because her thoughts are so consumed on whatever those thoughts are. And as her husband, I want to fix that. I want to fix it so bad. But I know, as her husband, it's not my job. It's the Father's job to ease the pain and the peace of whatever she's going through. See, we turn to our human friends and our human understanding and our hobbies and whatever else to ease those tight pains a lot of times. But God tells us in His Word, turn to me. Look at me. I can do it. I can do all things through Christ. Okay? It doesn't say I can do, or Michelle can do all things through Melvin. It says Christ. Right? Guys, this is just a really, really quick video of don't let the little things that God tries to teach you in whatever it is that you're going through today in your life. Whether it be a loss of a parent, a loss of more than one parent, if it's two parents, if it's the loss of your kids, the loss of your job, anything, the loss of your house, whatever it is. If you focus on those things for very long, yes, there is always a time to grieve, but if you continue to focus on those, you continue to go in a circle, and it just gets vicious. The more you go in that circle, the more Satan attacks you within that circle. And there's always these lessons that we're supposed to learn through whatever it is that we're going through. And I just challenge you guys today, learn the lesson that God is trying to teach you through the enemy, so that you become more firmly planted in the foundation that God has given you through Jesus Christ. Okay? It's very, very simple, but very, very hard to do. in our human thinking and our human will, we don't want to do what God wants us to do. We want to do what we want to do. And we
Case in point, I've got one child that has watched me go through everything that I've been through and can't seem to decide to follow Christ because he's afraid he'll lose everything as well.
And that's a way Satan works, to try to remove that one child out of our lives. He tells that child, if you do what they say, you're gonna lose everything. Everything. Do you really want to lose everything? And God says, look at me. Pay attention to me. And we don't listen to that little voice through His Word or whatever it is, however God communicates with you personally. We don't pay attention to that. We listen to all of the noise that's going on around us. Guys, pay attention to God. Have an intimate relationship with God. That's what He wants from us every single day. This whole human life that is flowing by right now, as we speak, our whole human lives is to learn how to worship God correctly so that we can worship Him in heaven. That's our only job when we get to heaven. Our job is not to take care of our kids. It's not to make money. It's not to have the biggest house on the block or to have the best sports team. It's to learn how to worship Him. And if we miss that, we can't do other things for Christ. We can't. Can we? We can't go. Let me ask you a question, Michelle. Right now, could you lead somebody to Christ in the state that you are right now in your mind? No. Why is that? She's fighting Satan. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Until she gets that intimate time with God and be able to spend time with God, she can't tell somebody about all the wonderful things that God's done for us today, because her mental state right now is being drugged down by Satan. And I'm not picking on my wife. She knows I'm not picking on her. Right, sweetie? And it's hard to talk about this kind of stuff. But this is real. This is what we deal with every day as a human, whether we want to admit it or not. We deal with these life situations that cause not just me and Michelle, but you. We have the will to fight this through Christ, or we have the will just to give up. Bless you, dear. So I challenge you, don't let your will give up. Bless you again. Are you good? Don't let your will take over and give up on what God has wanted you to do for so long, possibly. Uh-oh, is it coming again? I don't know. God has called each of us to do something for Him. Okay? Some more than others. But we all are supposed to worship Him every single day. And I challenge you to worship Him today. And every day past today. in the future. Don't ever stop doing that. Worship God today. I love you, sweetie. Thanks for being on the video with me. Very reluctantly, I know. But it's very, very good for us to have this moment to show people how hard it is for us, and to show that vulnerability to others when we know God has told us to do what we're doing right now. Love you, sweetie. Thank you. Guys, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.